Zaida James, part of the West Indies women's senior team for the ICC T20 World Cup in South Africa. How does it feel? How did it feel when you were selected to the team?
It felt amazing because I've been working really hard and my family has been supporting me throughout my journey, and being called up into the World Cup out of the 15 members of the team, I'm really happy because with the work I've been doing for the past few months preparing for the under-19 and then being called up, it's such a great feeling.
When you got told that you were selected, what was the first sort of emotion that went through yourself and your mind?
I wanted to cry, but with happiness. And I called my dad, and he's like, he felt that same way, but he was like, Zida, I'm going to take a drink on that. So it meant a lot to him especially.
And obviously, a lot of people would have seen images of you from 2018 when we hosted the exact same T20 World Cup back in the Caribbean. You were in the stands, you took photos with some of the players. 2019 as well, you were a net bowler for the West Indies women's team when we played India in St. Lucia. How fulfilling is it to know you went from a super fan then to part of the team now?
Man, it's just like I have no idea how to explain it, but being in the crowd watching cricket and women's cricket, I said, one day this is my dream to play for West Indies. Watching Hayley bat, I was like, I look up to her a lot. So, and her dad that day was at in the stands watching, and then my little sister, he was like, is that Hayley's dad? I was like, I don't know, because I did not know the guy. And then she went up to ask him if he was Hayley's dad, and he said yes. And we just had a good conversation, and then he introduced me to Hayley, and then I got my first picture with Hayley, and my little sister was talking to her the most because I was a bit shy, but yeah. And then from 2019, I was bowling in the nets for West Indies, and they were impressed. So I was like, okay, it's a go-to. So I just had to keep working hard, and yeah, being called up right now, it's just amazing.
Hayley's dad is here in South Africa. Did he have a conversation with you when he got here?
Well, yeah, once in a while he calls me on the phone, and he encourages me a lot, and he speaks to my dad. So that connection that we have, he's almost like a second dad to me, so which is a great thing. And yeah, because Hayley's a captain and I speak to her dad, so yeah, it's amazing. I really like it.
When you were younger, growing up, right? Did you always want to become a West Indies cricketer? What career, what ambition did you have growing up? I mean, you're not that far grown up. You're only 18 now.
Yeah.
But growing up, did you have any idea you would be, a part of this team?
Well, growing up, as an all-rounder, I was doing football, tennis, cricket, but making that decision, I think it was the best decision. But yeah, just the best for me.
Describe to us a little bit about conversations that you would have had with your family when you said, okay, mom, dad, your sister, whoever it is, I want to play cricket for the West Indies. How was that conversation back home?
I never even really had a conversation like that to say, but my dad, he always told me that no matter what, just do your best. Just be the best person that you could be in whatever you do, whether it's in different sports, and they've been supporting me throughout my whole journey, whether it's a cricketer, footballer, tennis player. They're always on the sidelines watching. So coming out there, I was like, one day I want to be successful in anything that I could possibly do. So I just took a bat, started hitting balls in the house, breaking glasses, breaking windows, doing a lot of that kid stuff. But yeah, it was just that idea I had.
When you joined the the West Indies women's team after the Under-19 World Cup, you came across to East London just as an injury cover should something happen, God forbid, to one of the players. You played, made your debut in that series, international debut, and you scored some runs, right? Got some confidence, etc. And one of the things I remember you saying is that you hope you get selected to the World Cup squad so that you could see the big players and play against the big players. Now that you've played against England, which have some of the bigger names in women's cricket, you will go on to likely to play India in the next game. Describe to us how you feel just being amongst all these players.
Firstly, getting on called and saying that I've been selected in the squad, and on my way to East London on a plane, I was really nervous because we're playing against India, which is a big team. So I just try to keep focused as I can be, and literally walking through the halls and like seeing Marizine Cap, who's literally right next to me. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, so I just tried to this kind of boost my confidence and said that I have a goal. I set myself to high standards and said that I could do it. And I've reached that stage that I have to believe in myself and to trust the training.
Excellent. When you were coming off the field, I think it was India you played against in the tri-series, and you batted against them. There was a little pat on your head by a certain Indian player. Can you tell us who it was and what went through your mind? And if anything went through your mind at that time?
Harmanpreet Kaur. I could not believe it. And even Mandana, she's one of my favorite batters. I felt my heart dropping. So getting that pat from Harmanpreet Kaur, it says a lot. And they literally said that you're one of the future players for West Indies. And from hearing that from big players, even some of the people on the sidelines, it means a lot. So it says that I have to put a lot of work and try to be in this for a very long time.
Obviously, we've only played one game so far in the tournament. This is your first senior tournament. What are you looking forward to? Did you set yourself any goals for this tournament and obviously going forward for West Indies women's cricket?
I just told myself this is a learning experience, so I will just try to take in as much as I can, and this would boost my confidence because being in the grassroots level and coming up slowly into the senior level at West Indies stage, it's just working hard day by day, putting in a lot of work and the efforts, a lot counts in that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.